Listen, last February, I was standing in the produce aisle watching organic spinach hit $6 a bag, and I thought, there has to be a better way. Fast forward to today, I'm harvesting fresh greens from my windowsill every single week. No backyard, no fancy greenhouse, just a sunny window and $20 worth of supplies. And here's the crazy part. 3 of these vegetables actually grow faster indoors than they would outside in a garden bed, and number 5 costs literally $0 to start. I'm talking free food from grocery store scraps, so if you're tired of expensive plastic-wrapped produce this winter, stick around. I'm breaking down exactly which vegetables thrive indoors, how much they cost, and the biggest mistakes that kill indoor gardens before they even start. Welcome to Green Life Zen, where we simplify sustainable living for people who want to help the planet without the confusion. No judgment here, just one simple change you can make today. And growing food indoors? This is honestly one of the easiest ways to start your zero-waste journey. You don't need a green thumb, you don't need a lot of space, and you definitely don't need to spend a fortune. So let's dive into the 7 vegetables that will keep your kitchen stocked all winter long. Now, before we get into the vegetables, let me bust a myth that stops most people from even trying this. You might be thinking, but plants need sunlight and warm weather. How can they possibly grow indoors in winter? Here's what most people don't realize. These 7 vegetables are what we call cool season crops. They actually prefer temperatures between 60 to 70 degrees. That's literally your average indoor temperature in winter. Plus, a south-facing window gives you 4 to 6 hours of sunlight, which is exactly what these vegetables need. No grow lights required, though I'll show you a $20 option if your windows face north. And the best part? No pests. No weeds. No unexpected frost killing your harvest overnight. You're basically creating the perfect growing environment in your own home. The total investment? Under $25 to get started, and once you've got your supplies, each replanting costs less than $5. Compare that to buying organic greens at the store all winter. We're talking $200 to $300 saved over just a few months. Alright, vegetable number 1 is microgreens, and these are absolute game changers for indoor growing. Think of microgreens as baby vegetables harvested right after the first leaves appear. We're talking broccoli, radish, sunflower, pea shoots, incredibly nutrient-dense and ready to harvest in just 7 to 14 days. That's less than 2 weeks from seed to salad. Here's why they're perfect for beginners. You can grow them in literally any shallow container. I use old takeout containers, yogurt cups, even that plastic clamshell from store-bought greens. Zero waste at its finest. The cost? About 30 cents per tray. One $3 packet of seeds gives you 10+ harvests. Now here's the trick most people miss. You want to plant these densely. We're talking seeds almost touching each other. This isn't like outdoor gardening where you need spacing. Dense planting actually helps them grow straight and tall. Harvest them when they're 2 to 3 inches tall using kitchen scissors. Cut right above the soil line, rinse, and boom! You've got restaurant-quality microgreens that would cost $4 to $6 at the store. The biggest mistake? Overwatering. These guys need moisture, but if you see standing water, you've gone too far. I mist mine lightly once a day. That's it. Vegetable number 2 is lettuce, the confidence builder for first-time indoor gardeners. Here's why lettuce is so forgiving. It's a cut-and-come-again crop. That means you harvest the outer leaves, and the plant just keeps producing more from the center. One plant can give you fresh salads for 2 to 3 months straight. You'll get your first harvest in about 30 to 40 days, and then continuous harvests every week after that. My favorite varieties for indoors? Butter Crunch and Oak Leaf. They handle lower light better than Iceberg or Romaine, and they taste incredible. Sweet, tender, none of that bitter store-bought flavor. Cost-wise, we're talking $2 to $3 for a seed packet that'll last you multiple plantings. Each container produces about $15 to $20 worth of organic lettuce over its lifetime. Now, lettuce needs a container at least 4 to 6 inches deep because it develops a decent root system. But here's the cool part. You can plant 4 to 6 lettuce plants in one 12-inch container. They actually like being a little crowded. The mistake I see constantly? People wait too long to harvest, start picking those outer leaves as soon as they're 3 to 4 inches long. This actually encourages the plant to produce more leaves. If you let it get too mature, it'll bolt. That means it shoots up a flower stalk and turns bitter. Keep it cool, keep it harvested, and you'll have fresh salads all winter. Number 3. Radishes. These are the speed demons of indoor gardening. Radishes go from seed to harvest in just 25 to 30 days. That's less than a month for a complete crop. And unlike microgreens where you're just eating the leaves, you get an actual crunchy, peppery root vegetable here. But here's what most people don't know. You can eat both parts. The radish greens are incredible in salads or sautéed like spinach. Zero waste, maximum nutrition. For indoor growing, stick with smaller varieties like cherry bell or Easter egg radishes. They mature faster and don't need as much root depth as those giant daikon radishes. You'll need a container at least 6 inches deep and space your seeds about 2 inches apart. They need a little more room than microgreens, but you can still fit 15 to 20 radishes in a standard 12-inch pot. Cost? About $2 for a seed packet that plants multiple containers. The biggest mistake with radishes? Not thinning them out. If you plant too densely and don't thin to 2-inch spacing, you'll get all leaves and tiny, disappointing roots. Thin them when they're about an inch tall. And yes, you can eat those thinnings as microgreens. Harvest them as soon as they're marble-sized. Don't wait for them to get huge. Indoor radishes are best when small and tender. Vegetable number 4 is spinach, the nutritional powerhouse that thrives in cool temperatures. If you're eating plant-based or just trying to pack more nutrients into your diet, spinach is non-negotiable. We're talking iron, protein, vitamins A, C, and K, all from a plant that actually loves indoor winter conditions. Spinach takes a bit longer than our previous vegetables, about 40 to 50 days for your first harvest, but here's the payoff. Like lettuce, it's a cut-and-come-again crop. One planting gives you months of continuous harvests. The variety that works best indoors? Bloomsdale or Space. They're compact, cold-tolerant, and produce thick, flavorful leaves. You'll need a container 6 to 8 inches deep, and you can space plants about 3 inches apart. One 12-inch container fits 8 to 10 spinach plants comfortably. Cost is about $2 for seeds, and each container produces roughly $25 to $30 worth of organic spinach over its lifetime. Now, here's where people mess up with spinach. They plant it in summer or keep it too warm. Spinach bolts fast in temperatures above 75 degrees. But in winter, on a cool windowsill, it's perfectly happy at 60 to 65 degrees. Start harvesting outer leaves when they're 3 to 4 inches long. Never take more than 1/3 of the plant at once. This keeps it producing. And pro tip, baby spinach leaves are actually sweeter and more tender than mature leaves, so don't feel like you need to wait for giant leaves. Harvest young and harvest often. Alright, here's number 5. And this is the one I promised would cost you $0. Green onions, also called scallions, and you can regrow them infinitely from grocery store scraps. Here's how ridiculously easy this is. Next time you buy green onions at the store, don't throw away the white root ends. Save about 2 inches of the white part with the roots attached. Stick them in a glass of water on your windowsill. Change the water every 2 to 3 days. Within 1 week, you'll see new green shoots growing. Once they're 4 to 6 inches tall, you can either keep them in water indefinitely or transplant them into soil for even more vigorous growth. And here's the magic. You can harvest the green tops, leave the white base and roots, and they'll regrow. Over and over and over again. I've had the same green onion plants regrowing for 6 months straight. The cost? Literally zero. You're using something you would have thrown in the trash anyway. This is zero waste, living at its absolute finest. No plastic packaging, no transportation emissions, no cost, just free, fresh green onions whenever you need them for cooking. The only mistake you can make here? Letting the water get stagnant. Change it every few days, or you'll get slimy, smelly roots. Keep the water fresh, and these guys are basically indestructible. If you do nothing else from this video, do this. Seriously, start a jar of green onions this week. You'll thank me when you're adding fresh flavor to every meal without spending a dime. Number 6 is arugula, the gateway green for people who think they don't like leafy vegetables. Arugula has this peppery, almost nutty flavor that's completely different from bland store-bought lettuce. It adds personality to salads, sandwiches, even pizza, and it's incredibly easy to grow indoors. You'll get your first harvest in 30 to 40 days, and like lettuce and spinach, it's a cut-and-come-again crop. One planting gives you 2 to 3 months of continuous harvests. Arugula actually prefers cooler temperatures, so your winter windowsill is perfect. It'll bolt quickly in heat, but in winter, it's happy as can be. You need a container 4 to 6 inches deep, and you can plant seeds fairly densely, about 1 inch apart. Thin to 3 inches as they grow, and eat those thinning as baby greens. Cost is about $2 for a seed packet. The mistake people make? Waiting too long to harvest. Arugula gets more peppery and bitter as it matures. Harvest leaves when they're 2 to 4 inches long for the best flavor. Tender, slightly peppery, but not overwhelming. And here's a cool trick. If you do let some plants bolt and flower, save those seeds. Arugula self-seeds incredibly easily. You can have a perpetual arugula supply without ever buying seeds again. And finally, number 7, kale. Now I know kale gets a bad rap, but hear me out. Homegrown kale tastes nothing like that tough, bitter stuff from the grocery store. Indoor kale is tender, sweet, and actually delicious. The cool indoor temperatures bring out the natural sugars. Kale is the slowest of our 7 vegetables, about 50 to 60 days for your first harvest, but it's also the longest producing. One kale plant can give you harvests for 6+ months if you take care of it. For indoors, stick with dwarf varieties like dwarf blue curled or lacinato, also called dinosaur kale. They stay compact and don't take over your windowsill. You'll need a deeper container, at least 8 to 10 inches, because kale develops a substantial root system. Space plants 6 inches apart or grow 1 per 8-inch pot. Cost is about $3 for seeds. Kale is incredibly nutritious, vitamins A, C, K, calcium, iron. It's basically a multivitamin in plant form. Perfect for plant-based eating. The biggest mistake? Taking too many leaves at once. Harvest only the lower outer leaves, never more than 1/3 of the plant. This keeps the growing tip producing new leaves from the center. And pro tip, kale actually tastes better after a light frost. If you have a cold windowsill or can put your container outside on cold nights or above 20 degrees Fahrenheit, the flavor improves dramatically. Alright, before we talk cost breakdown, let me save you from the 5 mistakes that kill most indoor gardens. Mistake number 1, overwatering. This is the #1 killer. Indoor plants need way less water than outdoor plants because there's no wind or intense sun evaporating moisture. Stick your finger in the soil. If it's damp an inch down, don't water. Most of these vegetables only need watering every 3 to 4 days indoors. Mistake number 2, not enough light. These vegetables need 4 to 6 hours of direct sunlight. A north-facing window won't cut it. South-facing is ideal, east or west can work. If your windows don't get enough light, grab a $20 LED grow light. It pays for itself in one harvest. Mistake number 3. Wrong container depth. Microgreens need 2 inches. Lettuce and arugula need 4 to 6 inches. Radishes and spinach need 6 to 8 inches. Kale needs 8 to 10 inches. Too shallow, and roots get cramped and plants suffer. Mistake number 4, ignoring temperature. These are cool season crops. They thrive at 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. If your house is consistently above 75 degrees Fahrenheit, they'll bolt and turn bitter. Keep them in the coolest room with good light. Often, a bedroom or spare room works better than a warm kitchen. Mistake number 5, not rotating containers. Plants grow toward light. If you don't rotate your containers 180 degrees every few days, you'll get leggy, lopsided plants. Just give them a half turn every time you water. Now, let's talk money. Because sustainable living should be affordable, not expensive. Here's what you need to get started. Seed packets for all 7 vegetables, $12 to $15 total. Microgreens, $3. Lettuce, $2. Radishes, $2. Spinach, $2. Green onions, $0 grocery store scraps. Arugula, $2. Kale, $3. Containers, 0 cost. You're reusing yogurt cups, takeout containers, or those plastic clamshells from store greens. 0 waste, 0 cost. Potting soil, $5 to $8. One small bag is enough for all your containers, and it lasts multiple plantings. Optional grow light if needed, $20 to $25. Only necessary if you don't have a south-facing window. Total investment to start, $17 to $23 without grow light, $37 to $48 with grow light. Now let's compare that to buying organic greens at the store all winter. One container of mixed greens, $5 to $6 weekly, equals $120 to $150 over 3 months. One bag of spinach, 4 to 5 weekly, equals $100 to $125 over 3 months. Fresh herbs and specialty greens, $3 to $4 weekly equals $75 to $100 over 3 months. Total grocery store cost, $295 to $375 for 3 months of greens. Your indoor garden? Under $25 to start, and about $3 to $5 to replant after each harvest. You break even after your first harvest. Everything after that is pure savings. Plus, you're eliminating plastic packaging waste, reducing transportation emissions, and eating fresher, more nutritious food. This is what sustainable living looks like. Simple, affordable, and actually better for your wallet and the planet. And let's talk about the bigger picture for a second. Every time you harvest from your windowsill instead of buying from the store, you're eliminating plastic clamshell packaging that takes 450 years to decompose, transportation emissions from produce, traveling an average of 1,500 miles, pesticide use on conventional greens, food waste from greens going bad in your fridge, your scraps, they go into your compost or back into your soil. Complete closed loop. This is exactly what we mean at Green Life Zen when we say sustainable living doesn't have to be complicated. You're not changing your whole life, you're just growing some food on a windowsill. But what if multiply that by thousands of people doing the same thing? That's real environmental impact, and it starts with one container of microgreens, one jar of green onions, one simple change. So, here's my challenge for you. Pick one vegetable from this list and start it this week. My vote? Start with green onions. Zero cost, zero risk, and you'll see results in 7 days. That quick win will give you the confidence to try the others. Drop a comment below and tell me which vegetable you're starting with. I read every single comment and I'd love to cheer you on. And if you want more simple sustainable living tips like this every week, no judgment, just practical changes you can actually make, hit that subscribe button. I've put a complete supply list with my exact seed recommendations in the description below, plus timestamps, so you can jump to any vegetable. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Now go grow some food.